That's what I
analyze.
was gonna say. Like, do they scan your guys' feet for the cleats, or how's that work?
So they have that technology available. And I went to that. I'd never used it in this
world of like what's on your feet. And it's always been because of, how good you.
You won't believe what Travis Kelce, also known as. Even Taylor Swift's biggest fans might be shocked by what her fiancé recently said about Caitlin Clark's new trademark sneaker and why he's pleading for red and gold. Are you prepared for what is ahead?
I'm such a huge sneaker fan. You said that you're wearing the new kicks coming up this season.
Yeah.
I honestly, for everyone that doesn't know like the process that goes into like making.
Everyone has been talking about Caitlin Clark's eagerly awaited Nike signature basketball shoe for months. The moment seemed to transcend the WNBA itself. Nothing was more evident during a recent visit on the New Heights podcast than Travis Kelce's outburst in response to what she disclosed. Already one of the most talked about athletes in the world, Clark didn't only hint at previously unheard of design and technical decisions. When she hinted at a colorway inspired by the Kansas City Chiefs, the NFL tight end went into a frenzy on air, igniting a firestorm. "Oh, you're speaking to me now," Travis said, cheering and raising his hands. He then made the dramatic declaration that he would be the first in line to receive those shoes as soon as they were released.
How long in advance has it been, or like when does it all start? Do they come to you with a?
But wait a little while longer to see what comes next. Because his remarks were more than a lighthearted pledge. They highlighted a deeper aspect of Clark's cultural influence, the meeting point of mainstream fandom and women's basketball, and an unexpected convergence of sport, style, and celebrity. Clark's visit on Travis and Jason Kelce's podcast, New Heights, has evolved beyond a simple interview. It is now a significant cultural occasion. From the moment she entered the studio, the atmosphere was electric, and by the time the topic of her trademark trainer came up, it was obvious that identity, influence, and legacy were at stake. The 23-year-old Indiana Fever star, who has spent about a year and a half molding everything from fit to performance tech, called the shoe creation process one of the coolest things I've gotten to do. To create a statement rather than just a trainer.
Involved in that process as well?
Yeah, for sure. And obviously I'm pretty picky about what I wear. I like a certain two Kobe models. So I knew whatever I was going to put in my own shoe, it needed to be the equivalent of.
Clark stated that she had dreamed about creating her own unique shoe since she was a young girl. As a child, I aspired to be a Nike athlete. Everyone listening was captivated by what she said on the podcast. Every child does. However, this was aspiration rather than nostalgia. She talked about how Nike approached her early in her career, how she desired the ideal balance of comfort and originality, and how the shoe's eventual debut in the spring of 2026 will represent both her character and her unwavering dedication to quality. The detail that turned the argument on its head then emerged. A possible colorway for the Chiefs. Travis Kelce, a lifelong Kansas City Chiefs fan, was instantly thrilled by the design homage. "Yeah, are you kidding me?" he exclaimed, leaning in with a fervor rarely heard on the program. Then he uttered the phrase that lit up social media feeds all over the nation. "I can't wait to see exactly what this thing looks like, and you already know I'll be the first one in line to get them."
Show people the technology that's on the inside of the shoe, because they're that means a lot to them. They want to know what they're getting out of the product.
Right.
Wow.
So I thought that was really fascinating.
They're about to cut that open?
But you know what? Beyond the humor and the electric energy in the studio, there was much more fascinating information regarding the state of women's basketball, sneaker culture, and the effect of Caitlin Clark. This was more than just an athlete discussing product specifications. At the time, a worldwide sports celebrity whose name can be found in both WNBA box scores and popular NFL-related discourse was claiming culture. With the release of Clark's trademark sneaker, Nike has been methodical and careful. Insiders now claim that Nike has been carefully crafting a shoe that is not just marketable but historically significant, integrating innovations that fans have never seen in a basketball sneaker. Previously, several detractors questioned why the legendary brand hadn't rushed the product to market. The video, in which Clark talked about how long she has spent meticulously perfecting every detail, a process she compared to striking a balance between comfort and personality while preserving performance excellence, has only been elevated to new heights by this anticipation.
And just the whole boot and finally bringing that to life, knowing that it was in the future back in the 80s and they actually made that mold. It was my first, seriously.
However, another dimension was added by Travis Kelce's response. The meeting point of sneaker and sports enthusiasm. Before we continue, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more surprising tea that you never get. This is an example of viral moment engineering. When an NFL player publicly declares he will be the first to purchase a WNBA star's shoe, despite his own merchandise and cultural influence being enormous. It indicates that Clark's brand is not limited by conventional league limits. Fans are watching more than just women's basketball. They are paying attention to the culture of Caitlin Clark. Because of this, sneakerheads are already giddy with anticipation over purported technology that will surpass the classic technology she adores from Kobe Bryant models. On the show, Clark was specifically mentioned as an inspiration.
When I got a check, I was like, went online,
great.
like Marty McFly's Nike size 13, because they didn't make a size 14. And I'm just like, where are they? And I grabbed them, and I still got them. Still got them.
As you can see, Clark's discussion regarding trainers covered more ground than just air units and silhouettes. It has to do with narrative. She discussed how wearing Kobe Bryant's models throughout the years had made her fussy. She clarified that the technology for her first signature shoe must both be uniquely her own invention and match or surpass her favorite aspects of Kobe trainers. This shoe may be one of the most talked about releases in recent basketball history because of the way it combines innovation and veneration. And wait, the ramifications are considerably more significant than you would imagine. Prior to the recording of this episode, Clark and the Kelce brothers made an appearance in a Nike commercial with a star-studded cast that included her college coach, Travis Scott, among others. An advertisement that highlights promise, perseverance, and crossover appeal from any location. Selling shoes and jerseys wasn't the only goal of that campaign. It was about establishing herself as one of the world's most marketable athletes, regardless of gender. It was intended to demonstrate how Caitlin Clark is now a part of basketball culture. Forget about it.
Are you kidding me? You name it. I go between the legs right now. No, not all like that. I can definitely dunk though. I'll have that in the bag till I'm at least like 50, I think. Jason.
When you take into account Travis Kelce's jubilant, almost joyous announcement that he will be the first person in queue for the shoe, you have a moment that does more than just advertise a product. It affirms her influence in popular culture. The borders of sports fandom are blurring more quickly than traditional analysts ever anticipated when an NFL player with tens of millions of followers uses his platform to promote a WNBA star's sneaker. Furthermore, there has always been more to sneaker culture than just shoes. It has to do with identity, loyalty, and narrative. Jordan's footwear was more than just trainers. They were a phenomenon that transcended generations and nations. When Clark's shoe is released, it will have a big impact on sneaker culture worldwide as well as women's basketball. And that is further enhanced by Travis Kelce's public fervor. However, the drama doesn't end with the thrill. The Kelce brothers were taken aback by Clark's candid comments during the same conversation. She revealed that the shoe has technology never seen in a basketball sneaker and implied that her personal preferences and dream influences have shaped the design in ways that blur the boundaries between performance and personal brand. The enthusiasm in the room increased each time she revealed a detail about the sneaker, and Travis's delight turned into a viral event in and of itself, instantaneously caught by admirers who were eager to learn anything about Clark's ascent. Clips from that podcast have gone viral on social media. Discussions on Reddit discuss the potential implications of never-before-used technology. Chiefs supporters are already making plans for how they'll rock the red and gold colorway that Clark hinted to, while sneaker forums speculate about price and design elements. A crossport homage that has the potential to revolutionize sneakerhead culture. As if that weren't enough, the New Heights appearance was full of other thrilling moments, such as Caitlin engaging with Jason Kelce's young daughter Wyatt, whose mini basketball moment delighted listeners and added a human, familial layer to the entire exchange, or Caitlin playfully offering fantasy football insights and indulging ruthless forfeit she had prepared for her league. This is the more general lesson. The cultural legacy of Caitlin Clark is being constructed on the court. And now in business in ways that very few athletes have ever encountered. Travis Kelce's statement that he would be the first in line for her shoe wasn't merely a casual remark. It was a cultural signal that goes well beyond a podcast studio, the WNBA, or Kansas City. Prepare for the possibility that Caitlin Clark will redefine everything we believed an athlete's influence might in 2026.